You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZWLP Conroe and 106.1 KZCCLP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Hello, everyone. You are listening to Conroe Culture News with your host, Margie Taylor from Downtown Conroe, 104.5, 106.1, irlonestar.com. It's a Monday. You know, time is just rolling by here as we are on December 4th. You know that December is just going to fly by, as it always does. So this year probably is no exception to that. Well, today my guests are Kelly Taylor, Linda Ezernack, Debbie Bevers. Did I say that right? Okay. With Conroe Connecting Business Women. We will also listen to Jodie Lynch with Mama J's Unique Treasures and John Walling of the Cut and Shoot Harley HOGS. He's going to talk about their toy run and some of the philanthropic projects that they do to help other organizations in Montgomery County. All the money raised stays in Montgomery County. So last week was a big week. We had the annual tree lighting in downtown Conroe at Heritage Park. We had, for the first time, Christmas on Main, and that had a lot of people, a lot of excitement. We had a lot of organizations out doing different things and carolers, and the Jazz Connection was playing over at Founders Plaza, gave away a couple of bikes, and this was all because of Mayor Powell. He wanted something more to happen. Well, we brought it. We had about 2,000 people out there. And it was a good event. Well, not to worry. We have another event coming up this Saturday, Conroe Christmas Celebration. And that will have the parade at 1 o'clock. There will be vendors and some snow. Yes, I did say snow. But it will be manufactured snow. And that will be at Heritage Park. It's a free holiday festivity. Pictures with Santa. 2 snow hills. There's going to be a train, a carousel, a petting zoo, live nativity scene, pony rides, camel rides, food, face painting, all for free. Yes, I said free. The parade starts at 1 o'clock and will wind down Metcalf. They line up on FM 2854. They go down Metcalf and then go through Main Street and circle around downtown area. You do not want to miss this annual parade and celebration. So before we get there, though, tomorrow is the, I forget what they're calling it, but the Conroe Art League is having all of their pieces that they're selling is going to be $125 or less. And most of these pieces are actually worth about $350. And this is on Simonton at the Madeley Gallery. And this show will start tomorrow. And again, that's $125 or less. It helps the artists. It helps our local artists. It helps get gifts that are great. They're unique. And it's a good thing to do. So if you can go by and check that out. They also are continuing the whole month of December with their Christmas is for Giving show. And they are partnering up with Homestead House, which sells the furniture, and the Salvation Army to donate 20% of all their sales. So that also includes the promotion, the event that starts tomorrow for $125. But the whole month of December, anything you buy from the Conroe Art League, 20% will go to Toys for Kids project. And they will purchase brand new bikes and toys for local kids that may not otherwise be receiving gifts this December. So there's a lot of really cool things going on. We're going to be talking about the annual toy run, too, that's going to be happening with the Cut and Shoot Harley HOGS shortly with John Walling. This Thursday is the monthly farmers market. And if you didn't know we have a farmers market, we certainly do. And it's been going strong for about 2.5 years now. Produce is a little iffy this time of year. Of course, a lot of the crops were damaged in Harvey as well. But traditionally, we do have produce, we have food trucks, we have unique artisan products, we have crafts. So, do some Christmas shopping, shop local, come downtown, maybe go to one of the 6 restaurants out here before you go or after you go to the farmers market, and that's from 4 to 8 on Thursday. So if somebody is interested in singing Christmas carols or knows of a school, we're looking for someone to sing on the stage as well. So again, that's the farmers market this Thursday from 4 to 8, but it'll probably go a little bit shorter than 8, depending on the darkness factor. So we're at that time of year. So come there and also get some advice from the master gardeners. They're there every month. So again, the Christmas celebration is 11 to 5 this coming Saturday, and for all free. And the parade, who doesn't love a parade? I'm just saying. The parade is awesome. And when that finishes up, we'll be doing the awards over at Heritage Park for the window decorating contest. There will be a window that the mayor has chosen to win the prize, and best use of theme. Our theme this year for decorating the windows is the same as the Christmas parade, which is it's the most wonderful time of the year. So you have to be creative. And we have over 20 different local downtown shops that have decorated their outside windows for this. So we did the People's Choice Awards. It was last Tuesday at the Christmas on Main. So go and find out who wins. Of course, we will talk about that next week as well. So also on Saturday, this Saturday, the Conroe Symphony Orchestra will host their Celebrating the Holidays beginning at 7:30 at Conroe High School with Broadway star Val Viviano. The holiday music will include Winter Wonderland, White Christmas, Caribbean Sleigh Ride, Bassoon It Will Be Christmas, and then it will end with a Christmas Carol medley. That's a fun thing, too. So you can go to conroesymphony.org to find out more about that and get tickets. This Friday, of course, we always have a lot of fun entertainment in downtown Conroe. If you haven't been down here, you need to check it out. But every Friday and Saturday, there's live music from the Red Brick Tavern, the Corner Pub, and Pacific Yard House. This week is no exception. Fred Martin Gilligan will be at the Red Brick Tavern Friday night. Shay Abshir and the Night Howlers will open for Soul Lily at Pacific Yard House. Michael Player will be at the Corner Pub. And then we have our Christmas performances, which opening weekend was this last weekend, for A Charlie Brown Christmas at the Crichton Theater, put on by Stage Right of Texas, and Little Women, the musical, put on by the Players Theater Company at the Owen Theater. So that will continue both Friday, Saturday nights at 8, and a 2 p.m. matinee on Sunday, this weekend and the following weekend. You better hurry, though, if you want tickets for either one of those things, because they're pretty much selling out. This is the time to take your family and go enjoy those favorites, Little Women and A Charlie Brown Christmas. So Saturday night at Pacific Yard House, there will be Drugstore Gypsies, and they are opening for Julia Hatfield. Again, no charge to go in and see these things at Pacific Yard House. Folk Songs and Carols will be at the Red Brick Tavern, and Mike Amabil will be doing his birthday extravaganza at the Corner Pub. Also, never a charge at the Corner Pub for this live music. Sunday will be the Jim Sloan Trio, the Gospel Sunday Brunch at the Red Brick Tavern, and then the performances will continue. And also, that is the day of the toy run that starts at Texan Harley Davidson, and they do a motorcycle ride ending up at the community center in Willis, the North Montgomery County Community Center, where they give toys to 65 kids they've adopted from CPS. More about that in a little bit. And I did actually forget to mention that there is an event this Friday, but we're going to hear more about that shortly. So those are some of the things that are going on. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back with my first guests, Kelly, Linda, and Debbie from Conroe Connecting Business Women. I'm Margie Taylor, Conroe Culture News.
Hey guys, I'm Joey Savage.
Corey DLG.
We are Nerd Thug Radio. Catch us every Monday from 1 to 3 and check out our website, nerdthugradio.com.
We like to talk about quilting, horseback riding, and baking quiche.
Actually, we don't, but we do like talking nerdy to you.
That's right. Every Monday from 1 to 3 p.m., hashtag talking nerdy to you. Our talk shows and music shows are looking for sponsors. Want to expand your brand awareness? Reach the hyper-local audience in Montgomery County? The Lone Star Community Radio sponsorships accomplish this. Want to see our stats and rates? Check out irlonestar.com/sponsor for more information. Or call in and leave us a message at 936-647-3776 with your question. Get seen on TV or YouTube and heard on our podcast, FM, and internet radio. Sponsor your local radio station with Lone Star Community Radio.
And we are back on Conroe Culture News out of Downtown Conroe, Lone Star Community Radio, FM 104.5, 106.1. And of course, as always, there will be a podcast of this show. There will be a SoundCloud on the page, irlonestar.com, Conroe Culture, sometime later today, tomorrow, and there will be a YouTube of this show as well that you will see those links posted on Conroe Culture Facebook page, Taylorized PR, and various other places. So watch it and learn about what's going on in our area and how you can make a difference, especially at Christmas time, to those that really need it, because that's really what it's about. So my guests right now here, our first guests, I have Kelly Taylor, Linda Ezernack, and Debbie Bevers with Conroe Connecting Business Women. Right, ladies?
That's right. That's correct.
Okay. All right. So you're on. Tell me about your organization.
Okay. Conroe, Connecting Conroe Business Women has been in effect since January of 2013. And together with our previous founder, Candace Rodarty, we launched this group to meet the needs of small business women in the greater Conroe, Lake Conroe area. And so we realize that we're in business for ourselves, but we're not by ourselves. And we really do like to support women in business. And we love small business. Each one of us is a small business woman, and we realize that the lifeblood and the heartbeat of America is really small business. You know, in the olden days, you would have the tailor, and you would have the cobbler, and you would have the blacksmith and the baker, and the local grocer, you know, who got from the farmer. And we really want to bring that feeling back to the city of Conroe. And that's why I'm so excited to be with you today, Margie, because I know that's your heart as well, to support the city of Conroe.
Sure, absolutely.
So we are
and
growing.
Small businesses, yes.
Yes, small businesses. It's all about that. You know, and we realize that challenges that meet women in particular and small businesses in particular, it's hard to get your name out there. So we realize that a strategy for growing our business together is to support one another by networking locally. And so we meet once a month. Right now we're meeting at Conroe Coffee right next door. And
Yay,
we have
Conroe Coffee.
Yes, Conroe Coffee. They are awesome. Leo has really brought life to downtown Conroe. We are so grateful for her and other small businesses. So we meet at the lunchtime hour on the fourth Thursday of every month.
Okay, well, that's good to know. So if somebody else wanted to join and find out about joining, how many members do you have right now?
Currently, we have a Facebook group that has 126 members on it.
That's a lot.
It is. It is.
You don't all meet next door.
No,
Okay.
no. We have a smaller core committed group. And coming in January, we are reorganizing our structure. We're upping our game, and we are going to a whole new level in our group. So we have about, I would say, 20 members who are committed, come to the meetings, and support our local events. So we're looking to grow that, absolutely.
Okay. So that's the last Thursday of the month at lunchtime, noon.
Yes.
At Conroe Coffee.
We meet at 11:30. We network a little bit. We order some wonderful things from Leo, and we promote our businesses one with another.
So, Debbie, tell me about this upcoming event you have.
Okay. On Friday night, we are having our annual holiday sip and shop, little tongue twister. And we have different vendors from around the area of Conroe that are going to be there. There's going to be artisans there promoting their products that they have made. And we're also going to have some wine. We're going to have some wassail. We're going to have water if you don't drink. And it's going to be a lot of fun.
And you're having this at what place, Linda?
at Vernil's Bayou Bakery in Conroe. It's my bakery, and we're opening our doors for people to come from 6 to 9 p.m. And the more the merrier. We have so many wonderful vendors, and of course, since we're hosting, we'll have some seasonal cakes for everyone to try. And I have a couple of other vendors that are bringing some cookies and all kinds of goodies.
It'll be a holiday party, so to speak.
Yes,
But,
absolutely.
of course, there's drink, there's food, and there's shopping, right? The things you need.
Shop until you drop. We actually have 18 vendors, and some vendors are coming actually from shops around this area. So we are expecting a packed house. And this is our second annual event of this nature. Last year, we met again at Linda's place, and we had just a really good time. It was a time of bonding for the vendors. We actually forged relationships there, and we know that this event is going to grow, and we are going to have it every year.
Well, that's good. So where does the vendor fees go to? Because I know that you're giving it to a local organization. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes.
We are taking donations for Angel Reach, which is a nonprofit organization here in Conroe that supports children who have been in foster care most of their life. Once they turn 18, they're let go out of the foster care system, and a lot of them have no place to go. So what Angel Reach does is they have homes for boys and girls separately, of course, and they house them. They also have an outbound program where they do take help assist kids who don't live in the homes that they have. So the donations that we're taking this week are to purchase gift cards for the residents. All donations will go directly to them. It will not go to any administrative costs.
So they have a transitional housing, and then they do a lot of outreach to help the other members that are not housed in their program necessarily.
Yes, that is
But they
correct.
help them with other external things they need to move into adulthood and be
Yes.
a successful person and contributing to the community.
Yes, they teach them how to register for college, how to go to college, how to go to trade school. They teach them how to write a resume. They teach them how to interview for a job so that they can get on with their life.
Right, and be successful.
Correct.
Very good. So you have a lot of different vendors. I pulled up your event page today, and I mean, you have all different kinds of things. Of course, all of y'all will be there with your product. And Kelly, what is your product? You do.
Well, I launched the brand name Casa Aromatic
Right.
several years ago, which specializes in essential oils.
Essential oils, that's what I was
pure
thinking.
essential
Yes.
oils and serums and different blends. But right now, I'm actually writing my dissertation for a Doctor of Naturopathy degree. So I am already moved into practice helping clients regain their wellness. So it's not just going to be essential oils, but it's going to be an invitation to my new group program launching on January 20th. It's a 3-month program, like a wellness boot camp.
All right. Well, that sounds exciting. And, you know, the more natural way to heal thyself, the better off you are, right?
Exactly.
So, so you have cruise planners. You have, of course, our next guest will be one of the vendors there. You know, Jodie will be there with some of her products with the unique treasures, rustic and rhinestones, Mama J's. You have your business, Debbie,
Yes.
real estate,
Yes.
right?
I'm a local realtor in Conroe, yes.
Juice Plus, of course, the bakery. I mean, we know what they will have. So, you know, but you have a large assortment of different things. And again, you know, it's about shopping local and supporting small businesses that are women run, right? So you don't have any men in your group.
No, not at present. But can I also say that we will also have our resident licensed massage therapist, Monica League, who has been a DJ here at this studio as well. And she is going to be giving wonderful chair massages by the minute. And I don't know what her fee is going to be yet, but we know how tremendously stressful the holidays can be, especially for moms and business women. So I advise you, come with a little extra cash, get yourself under Monica's fingers. We have wonderful homemade holiday decorations. Linda?
Yeah,
Wreaths?
There's a lady that specializes specifically in wreaths and swags and all. They're absolutely gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So again, this is at your bakery there. What is the address?
It is 903 Hillcrest Drive, Suite B, and that's in Conroe, 77301.
So if someone were trying to just visually figure out where it is, where is it near?
It's right off of Fraser and Hillcrest, and it's real close to 336 North.
Johnny B. Dalton's and all
Right
that.
across. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So, again, this is Friday for the second annual holiday sip and shop from 6 to 9 p.m. And if anybody, this is open to the public. Anybody
Absolutely.
can come. You do
It's
not
free.
have to be a member. It's free. Go have fun. Bring the ladies. Go shopping.
shopping.
Have a little wine. Have a little baked goods. You know, I mean, it's a bakery. And, get some Christmas stuff done. And then also make a donation to Angel Reach.
Yes.
So they are a very good organization. They've been around about 3 or 4 years, I think, something like that. And they also work with Montgomery County Youth Services, and they do some things with CASA. So it's all about helping the youth. And there's a lot of youth that need our help. I mean, it takes a village, right? Isn't that what they say? And it's
Yes.
true. So, I mean, those of us that have kids, we know we need that village sometimes, too.
Absolutely.
So even if, and you can imagine if they're in CPS or whatever, they're going to need a little bit more help. So how can people hook up with you outside of this venue?
We have a public, I believe, Facebook page for our group. It's called Connecting Conroe Businesswomen, and just find it on Facebook, tag us. If you want to join as a member, we will have membership applications at the venue. We're also catering Jason's Deli, so come hungry, stay late, shop,
Okay.
and meet some new friends.
You could also look for us on meetup.com.
Yes.
We have
Okay.
a page on meetup.com.
All right. Well, thank you, ladies. I hope
you.
people come out on Friday evening and hope to hear about how successful your event was.
Yes.
So we're going to take a quick break and get ready for our next guest. So
Thank
I'm
you.
Margie Taylor, Conroe Culture News. We'll be right back.
Remember to download the Lone Star Community Radio app from your Google Play Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM 104.5, 106.1. If you are on your computer, bookmark irlonestar.com as your internet radio station. Lone Star Community Radio, broadcasting 24/7 from the heart of downtown Conroe, Texas.
Listen in Mondays at noon to hear Conroe news from local nonprofits, businesses, upcoming events, Conroe Park events, news stories, and information that matters to you with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information about being a guest, visit irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
And we're back. I'm Margie Taylor, your host for Conroe Culture News, Lone Star Community Radio, FM 104.5, 106.1 out of downtown Conroe. Every Monday at noon. Again, there will be a podcast and a YouTube of this later on the next day or so, and it will be shared on Taylorized PR on Facebook and Conroe Culture News. Of course, you can go to irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture to see all the archived podcasts. Always looking for sponsors. If you want to sponsor, let's talk, because it's very affordable and we will get your name out and your brand. So my next guest here is Jodie Lynch. She's with Mama J's Unique Treasures. Welcome, Jodie.
Thank you.
So, when did you open your shop?
We actually opened at the end of July.
End of July, because I was trying to go back and figure it out and look, and it looked kind of Augusty. Of course, then we kind of forget things because that's when Harvey hit.
Yeah, it was literally right before, and so I went from like opening the doors to having a week off.
It's weird. So you're located at 800 North Pacific, right by the railroad tracks.
That's correct. Right at Lewis Street and Pacific Street.
Lewis and Pacific. Okay, I know where that is. You're right near Montgomery County Youth Services, too, because they're on Lewis Street. Okay, and you're right by the Baptist Church as well.
Yeah, actually directly behind it, and the school is on the other side.
So tell me about your business. What do you sell there? What do you do?
Well, we've pretty much started as a semi-thrift store, but I didn't want to be that, so we've been evolving. And now we are currently evolved completely to a hashtag Conroe Creative Market. So what that means is that I do anything that is DIY. I refurbish, repurpose. I take things that might have been trash and turn it into something different. And I'm also have just started asking other people to come in and rent some space for me so that they can sell their creations also.
Okay. And it's funny when you said the word evolve. You know, when you start a business, you think you're going to be something. And then it turns out that isn't what you're going to be actually at all. But at least you started, right?
Yeah.
So you manipulate it to what you think is going to work.
Exactly.
And you don't really know until you get into the business. I was kind of that way, too, when I started my business 3.5 years ago. I'm going to do all these things. But then it goes on demand, too, of what helps people,
well,
what they think, what's going to sell, what's going to work.
Right.
So
and I walked into other places or went other places and saw things, and then I would get like that light bulb, like, oh, my God, that's what I want to do. That's where I want to be. And so I've taken things that, were part of the thrift store and tried to upscale it, and then I've added things that I purchased and upscaled them.
Well, I can tell by looking at you that this is something you really want to do. This is your passion. This is
I get to play all day long. So I mean, who has a dream job of being able to go in and do paint, or I have about 4 or 5 projects I do at a time. And,
so you create the things that are in your store?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now you're opening it up to other people that also want to create. Will they be using the space to create
if they
right then, or are they just selling it?
If they want to, I'm available because that's where I'm doing my things. But mostly, people are just bringing things that they've already accomplished and put together, and they just have it they man it through the month and make sure.
So instead of them going to numerous festivals and fairs and things like that, people can find their products right then and there.
Yeah, it's a daily craft fair.
A daily craft fair. I like that.
Yeah.
You might consider coming to the farmer's market too sometime.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting involved in some local events. So
our monthly one.
Yeah.
That we do.
Oh, I guess I'm still learning Conroe. We've only lived here for a couple years, so I'm still learning what happens around town.
So where'd you come from?
Denver, Colorado.
Denver. Okay.
Yeah, we had a food truck there, so this isn't our first business. But
what kind of food did you sell?
We did barbecue and pastries. I'm a pastry chef, and my husband is a culinary.
That's two diverse things.
Yeah, we both had our ideas and we meshed them together. So
okay. So you got rid of the food truck.
We did because
Conroe.
We had a baby, and then we moved to Conroe because there's no snow here, and
except on Saturday. There's the sledding on Saturday.
That's okay, but we just decided to make some things. But I did want to point out that for the next couple of weeks, I think it's the 15th is the deadline. My store will be a local drop-off for a 5th annual Jesus is Bigger Than Cancer Foundation, and they're asking for stocking stuffer, but they're going to be giant stockings. So gloves, coats, anything that you think kids of all ages that have cancer would enjoy. And I'm assuming, I didn't get any answers on this, but I'm assuming unwrapped. And then they'll drop them off at 3 different locations in the Houston area for the cancer.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's like what we were saying earlier. December is really about giving to others, especially those that are hurting, in need of something. Because the ladies here were talking about their event that's this Friday, the Holiday Sip and Shop, which you are also going to be attending, correct?
Yes. We actually all decided on the foundation that we're using because of how great it is. For the
Angel
kids.
Reach, yes. So, and now you're talking about another way to help, and our next guest, John Walling, will be talking about another way that they're going to be helping kids. And that's really what it's about.
Yeah.
So people can very easily get involved in finding an organization to make a better Christmas for these young kids.
Yeah.
You know, because every child should be able to enjoy the Christmas season.
Exactly.
You know, and there's even more hurting because of our horrible storm we had in August. So you have repurposed, you do resale, you have yard art, you have all kinds of things.
Yeah, I just got done painting last week a bunch of trees and decorating them for yard art. So come check me out because I have all kinds of different things, and it's always evolving along with the store because I'm creating.
Because that's what it is.
And it's one of
so
a
you always
kind.
have new stuff.
Yeah, I don't duplicate. So if you have it, you're probably not going to be able to find another one exactly like it.
So do you take custom orders as well?
I do. Yeah, I take. On pretty much anything that I do. So yard art, jewelry,
whatever.
I do some sewing. Yeah, just a little bit of everything.
Well, that's great. Yeah, I'd love to have you at the farmers market too, to come out there and be a part of that. So people can find you on Facebook.
They can at Mama J's Unique Treasures,
Mm-hmm.
and also on Instagram. Again, Mama J's Unique Treasures.
Okay. Anything else you want to add?
No, I just appreciate you having me on, and I just thank you very much.
Absolutely. We look forward to your success.
Thank you.
And I hope to see you more around downtown Conroe.
Yes, I'm definitely getting involved. I was here for the tree lighting, and
Yay.
my 2-year-old didn't make it to where we were able to stay long, but
That's okay.
Yeah,
it's fun.
we were here. We made it.
That's okay. Okay, we'll be right back. I'm Margie Taylor, Conroe Culture News, and our next guest is John Walling with the Cut and Shoot HOGS Charity Group. Thank you.
Attention movie lovers, The Ticket Stub is a new radio show servicing Montgomery County that is meant for you. The Ticket Stub is available live every Thursday at noon on FM 104.5 and 106.1, as well as anytime on OurLoneStar.com. Connor and Dick will let you know what's coming out in the theater, what is worth streaming, and what's going on in the world of film. The Ticket Stub, your home for movie talk.
A Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's radio station with talk, music, weather, and traffic for Montgomery County. Have a question or comment about one of our shows? Want to know how to reach a host? Just contact the station at irlonestar.com or call in and leave a message at 936-647-3776. Get involved with your community with Lone Star Community Radio.
I'm Margie Taylor, Conroe Culture News, Lone Star Community Radio, FM 104.5, 106.1, Downtown Conroe. And our last guest today is John Walling, and he is with the Cut and Shoot charity organization, the Harley HOGS, and he's going to tell us about the organization and about their big event that's coming up this Sunday. Right, John?
Correct. The
Okay.
big event is our 29th annual toy run.
29. You hear that? 29th year.
Yes. We've been holding this toy run for 29 years, and the whole idea is to provide Christmas for children that we get their names from the Children's Protective Services Group.
And this year, you guys, your organization has adopted 65 kids from CPS, correct?
Correct. We will have the toy run, and Santa shows up at the event on a Harley. And then they all get to sit on Santa's lap and get a present. Yes.
So can the public come to this?
Anybody that rides a motorcycle can be involved in the toy run.
Okay.
We actually have, it's a multi-part thing. We have a sleigh ride, which we used to refer to as a poker run. So if you're into the motorcycle world, you know what a poker run is. But we'll have the poker run, and while we're doing our ride, then the kids show up at the North Montgomery County Community Center. and they will have their lunch, and then we show up after a parade. And then while they're seeing Santa, we have our lunch.
Well, I know that it's a wonderful event. I have been part of it in the past when you were at the fairgrounds.
Yes.
And giving out the toys and things like that. So each child leaves with something for Christmas.
Yes, they get a big present while they're on Santa's lap, and then we provide several small presents that they'll take home. I don't want to say how much we each spend, but the members of the charity of the chapter adopt a kid, basically. And we've had as many as 125 kids adopted several years ago, but
I remember.
This year is just 65.
So the organization, the Cut and Shoot Charities, is at least 30 years old, somewhere around that. And it was started by David Moore.
Yes. What it is, the Cut and Shoot Charities is a 501c3 charity, and he created it after he established the Cut and Shoot HOG chapter. And his dealership here, Texan Harley Davidson, sponsors our HOG chapter. And shortly after he created the HOG chapter, then they started doing the toy run.
And you guys meet second Saturday of every month at the American Legion Hall in Willis. And it's always neat to see from the outside when y'all are getting ready to meet, because you have a lot of motorcycles out there.
It's a bike show.
It's a bike show, yes, and especially if you get 300 bikes out there all at once.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty. People have a bad concept about motorcycle riders sometimes, and especially your group, until they really understand what you do and how philanthropic you guys are.
That's correct. And I think you'll find that all of the HOG chapters across the country are similar to ours. The Harley Owners Group is sponsored by Harley Davidson, and it is a family-friendly event. We had a daughter that was still living at home when we joined the Cut and Shoot HOG in 2002, and we actually bought her a Sportster, and she was riding with us and going to events with us. We would not take her to a rally at Sturgis or something like that, but we'll take her to any HOG event.
Well, and you're very safety conscious, too. That's a big priority with you guys.
Yes, it is. My wife rides her own Harley, and we are both road captains in the chapter. And it's our responsibility to help the riders get to our destination in a safe manner.
So the really interesting thing is you guys you have exceeded over $1 million that you have given out to local nonprofits over the years, being the Montgomery County Food Bank, the Montgomery County Women's Center. You have given money to Bridgewood Farms. I mean, it goes on. There's about 10 to 12 different nonprofits, depending on how much you bring in by this event and other events, how much you can allocate. But it all stays in Montgomery County.
Yes, that's one of the directives of the Cut and Shoot Charities. We make each charity reapply each year, and they have to be domiciled in Montgomery County. So the Montgomery County Food Bank and the Women's Shelter have been our biggest recipients. In fact, I think the Women's Shelter several years ago added a wing or whatever, and they named it the Cut and Shoot HOG Wing.
They did, yes.
So we're real proud of that. But then we also contribute to Casa and Sire and Bridgewood Farms, and there's a number of them, but there's only so much money, so we kind of have to share it around a little bit.
Right. So the more you take in, the more you can give away.
The more we can give away.
Right.
And what we're doing, the toy run, it does not really contribute anything to the charity side of it other than the kids. And that's what it's all about. You see all these big, tough guys in all their leather, and they look like they're so big and bad. And there's some tears in their eyes when their kids come up and get their Christmas presents. Because it's the saddest thing when you get the sheet from Children's Protective Services and a kid's on there and says, the biggest item I want is a new pair of my own shoes.
It is. It's very touching.
It is.
It's quite remarkable, the things that you guys do and the impact you make on the kids in our community. And we were speaking just with the other two guests that were on the show today about how Christmas, December, is really about giving to the kids and making a difference. And there's a lot of different organizations you can get involved in and give a little bit of yourselves to make that Christmas much better for the kids. So you guys participate in a bike ride, and you start at Texan Harley Davidson on Fraser, and other people can join you in this bike ride. They need to have a Harley Davidson, though, right?
No.
Oh, they don't. They just
No.
have to have a motorcycle.
This event is an open event to anybody that has a motorcycle and would like to participate. To be a HOG member, you have to have a Harley Davidson, but this is an open event. You'll have to sign a release form, but that's about the only thing we ask. The cost is $20, and that gets you involved in the poker run, and it gets lunch. And if you can think about it and remember it, then we ask people to bring about a $10 unwrapped toy that we will then either take to the women's shelter or it's added to the Children's Protective Services group.
That sounds great. And you decorate your bikes, right?
Yes, we do.
Unfortunately, we couldn't show the picture of your bike, but you're doing some phenomenal things, you and Sue, with your bikes, right?
Yes, we put Christmas trees on them every year with stuffed animals and whatever else I can think to stick on it. We've won enough times that now we're judges, so we're out of the competition.
But you're still having fun and you're decorating, and you look
We
forward
do.
to this event every year.
We do. Ride down the street with a Christmas tree strapped on the back of it, and everybody's pointing at, did you see that?
Right? Well, and I'm sure that there's others that are decorating quite outlandishly as well.
There are. There's plenty that decorate their bikes. And we actually joined Cut and Shoot because we saw the Toy Run Parade one year, and we were like, what is going on? And we decided to find out about it, and then we joined the chapter. And that at that time, the chapter was huge. We didn't have as many Harley dealers here sponsoring their own chapters as we have now. But I learned real quick, if you wanted to eat in a timely manner, you decorated your bike so you were at the front of the parade.
Otherwise, it takes a while, huh?
Otherwise, it took a while to get to the food.
And I have seen Santa Claus on the Harley Davidson before. That's pretty cool.
Yes, it is.
So that is this Sunday. And I know you guys have a Facebook page and a website that if somebody wants to get involved in your organization, find out more, or even donate, they could go and check it out.
They
right?
can do all that, or simply drop by Texan Harley Davidson because they sponsor us. And if you have a Harley and go to that store very often, they know everybody on a first name basis.
Is Red still there?
Red is still there. Red is still there.
Okay.
And he knows me definitely on a first name basis because I buy a lot of stuff from him.
Oh, nice. So anything else you'd like to add?
No, just that it is open to anybody. So we'd be excited if we could get groups or individuals or whatever on any motorcycle just to come participate and join us. And if you do have a Harley, join us and consider joining our chapter.
Well, they are a great group to be a part of, and I know that I've always enjoyed every meeting I have gone to because I have been a part of 4 different nonprofits in Montgomery County and have been the recipients for some of those grant awards at those ceremonies, and it's quite exciting to participate in the meetings.
That's our motto is to ride safe and have fun, and the secondary motto is there's no rules. So we have a lot of fun with whatever we do.
Well, and you can be an associate member too, can't you, without
Yes.
having a Harley Davidson?
Yes. The associate members a lot of times will be the wife,
Okay.
of the Harley rider. But if there's other people for whatever reason, if you know somebody and want to be an associate member, we can have it arranged.
I'm sure you can. Okay, so that is the 29th annual Toy Run this Sunday. And the ride starts at 8:45 at Texan Harley Davidson. And then it culminates after the parade at 600 Gerald Street in Willis at the North Montgomery County Community Center. So we look forward to having you on the show again and talking more about the wonderful things that you guys do and how people can get involved.
Well, I certainly appreciate you having us on here.
Absolutely. So again, you can follow them on their website. You can go into Texan Harley Davidson to find out about joining, or you can put in Cut and Shoot Charities on Facebook in the search box, and I'm sure you will find them right away. So as a reminder, this Saturday is the Conroe celebration, Conroe Christmas celebration. Starts at 11 o'clock. The parade's at 1, and it will wind through down Metcalf, down Main, and then through downtown Conroe. ending again on FM 2854 by Sacred Heart Church. It's free to come, and it's free to go to Heritage Park, where all the activities will be, including Santa and photos with Santa and a sledding activity with snow, and of course the grand old annual tree is out there too. So go check it out. And if you want to be a sponsor for this show, please send me an email at margie@taylorizedpr.com. Go on Conroe Culture News or Taylorized PR. I'm also looking for guests. So drop me a note and tell me what you've got going on, because I like to pay it forward and help people out. That's all we have for today, and we will check back in with you next Monday at noon. I'm Margie Taylor, Conroe Culture News.
Thanks for checking out this podcast of Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County's community radio station. If you enjoyed this recording, make sure to check out our past shows online at irlonestar.com or their respective video or podcast formats on YouTube, Google Play, or iTunes. If you have any questions regarding the show, either it being about sponsorships or questions for the host, contact the station manager at dick@irlonestar.com or call the station at 936-647-3776. This show was recorded in downtown Conroe, Texas, at the Lone Star Community Radio Studios, and Lone Star Community Radio reserves all rights to this recording and images.